Spider-Man. You cannot marry a woman without gills. You're from two different worlds. Oh, I've wasted my life.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes, and if you've been following the channel, you know that I personally have been exceptionally critical of Jason Aaron's Avengers run. That we just got the conclusion of the Phoenix Force tournament. You know, Echo's the new Phoenix Force, bound to be completely forgotten by everyone at Marvel Comics, including Jason Aaron, within a matter of weeks. And we have new information about the future of Avengers, and somehow it's gotten more depressing. Jason Aaron has dropped the ball even harder this time. And here to talk with me about that is my good friend from Fantastic Comics, Yul Carter. How you doing, Yul?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for having me on. Jason Aaron on Avengers, right?
Am I right?
Has he replaced Bendis at Marvel for like the writer that maybe had promise or at one time or people really liked, and now everybody is not so hot for Aaron's stuff, Bendis' stuff?
You're onto something. I had a conversation with Perch not too long ago. I believe it's going to be on the channel Tuesday or Wednesday. We were kind of just talking about the general malaise in comics, and at one point he says, "I just want Bendis to come back on Avengers so Jason Aaron can go away." So Perch isn't normally that doom and gloom. You're going to want to check out that video. And he says that. That is basically a word-for-word quote. And this is what we're talking about. We know Marvel has been rehashing ideas ad nauseum. You know, we've got the Clone Saga happening over in Miles Morales Spider-Man. We got Heroes Reborn. We've had Hunted in Spider-Man. They're just recycling these ideas. We got Infinite Destinies coming up. You know, got to rehash the Infinity Gauntlet story. And now we've got World War She-Hulk in the pages of Avengers. I believe it's going to be Avengers 46 through 50 after Heroes Reborn from Jason Aaron and Javier Garrón. I feel bad for Javier Garrón that his name is going to be attached to this, but can you get excited about World War She-Hulk? They've already recycled this event for Totally Awesome Go-Gurt Hulk, Amadeus Cho, like 2 years ago.
Right. And that was like, eh.
I wanted that either.
No, not really. I agree. Pepe Larocque. Oh, wait, who are we talking about? Javier
Garrón.
He's a good artist. Ed McGuinness is a good artist, and they're both working with Jason Aaron. It's probably one of Marvel's better selling books, I would assume, but in my store it's not. So I collect it.
It was one of their better selling titles, and it's just atrophied over time because the quality has just sucked. Just thinking about the recent story arcs, we had the new Firebrand, or is it Firebrand or Starbrand? The new Starbrand. I'm sorry. Yeah. Then we went into this Age of Khonshu Moon Knight story. And then we went into this Phoenix Force where we got the new Phoenix, but we also found out that Odin humped the Phoenix Force, and that is Thor's mother. Terrible retcon. We're getting this Heroes Reborn that people can't give away, apparently. We got reports that there are more variant covers than subs at comic shops. When I say variant covers, Marvel is offering more variant covers than subscribers have asked to order the book from certain comic shops.
Sure.
And then after that, we're getting World War She-Hulk. You're right. This is Bendis-esque in as far as incompetence with this story, and nothing flows seamlessly at all. He's just jumping randomly from idea to idea, I think hoping that maybe something will catch fire and he can get some sales, but Avengers is a dumpster fire right now. I got to be honest.
Yeah, it's no secret I'm a Perch fan. I listened to a video where he was talking about if you saw an omnibus of Jason Aaron's Avengers, you'd be like shocked. You know, if you pick up one trade, let's say, as a fan, if someone comes in my store and says, I like Avengers, and I have any of the 8 volumes of Jason Aaron's Avengers, I could just pull one out and hand it to that person, and probably by itself, they would be okay with it, whether it be that Khonshu book with Moon Knight or this story. You know, they might go, wow, this is amazing and different and fun. And if you don't put it together with all the crazy different stories that have been going on, it's not omnibus worthy, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
some stories are good. I actually like the Starbrand one. I thought it was kind of fun. They were out in space. Ghost Rider had to do stuff out there where I'm not even the biggest Ghost Rider fan, but you know, it's an okay book. But putting an entire event in Heroes Reborn or building up to this World War She-Hulk, it's not exciting. I agree, but maybe it will be good.
It isn't exciting, and what's weird is they keep devolving She-Hulk into like the original creation that Stan Lee like haphazardly put together just to protect, you know, a copyright claim, because they didn't want someone to make a TV show called She-Hulk. So we have this weird character devolution, and if you're interested in that, Joe Corallo and I just recorded a conversation about this for Saving She-Hulk. That'll be out, I believe, on Tuesday. Be looking out for that, you know, where I pitch how I would say the character. It's certainly not like this. But people are pissed off with the current direction of She-Hulk as it is. And now to have the character just be ham-fisted into a regurgitation, rehash of what is considered probably the last great, one of the last great Hulk books, maybe the last really good one is Immortal Hulk. And then before that, you really have to go back to Greg Pak's, you know, World War Hulk.
Yeah, Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, all that stuff. World War Hulk was an exciting story. Yeah. Well, whatever. Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, all that stuff. It was really exciting, and big things were happening in a world where it really didn't matter. And then Hulk comes back to Earth because he's pissed off, and he's going to punch superheroes, but it ultimately really didn't matter. So all these things that really don't matter are going to be put into a book that doesn't really matter.
Well, it's leading up to Avengers 50. You're a retailer. How much do you think they're going to charge for Avengers 50?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they're gonna keep it low at $5.99. How's that? But
it's been $11.
No, they're not gonna do an $11 book. Please, God, no.
They're flirting with it.
Well, the thing about Avengers is I keep it tight on the shelf, so if they jack up the price, I just potentially make more money. So it's not gonna. I won't lose money, but it's not gonna win anybody over. I don't know. Can you imagine like nobody's saying, "Oh my gosh, I need this last issue of Avengers because Echo became Phoenix." You know, it's not a high dollar. Key collector ain't talking about it. That's for you collectors out there.
Definitely not. Nobody's talking about it except to mock it, because that Phoenix Force tournament was awful. I thought that Age of Khonshu was really bad, poorly executed.
Right.
Some cool ideas just dropped the ball. And somehow Phoenix tournament was even worse. It was just, I think it was supposed to be fan service, where you have like exciting characters like, oh, I want to see Captain America and Black Panther square off. But we've got the Phoenix Force on them, so it'll be even bigger. And it's just like them debating. While it's the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. And then there's that dark, is it Darkwing? I think that's his name, when he was talking to Black Panther, and they were talking about like Senate subcommittees and stuff.
Dude, I gotta admit, this was a page turner for me, if you know what I mean. I was like flipping the pages. What the hell? I can't care anymore. And that was after the first issue. And I personally am, why am I collecting this book anymore? I'm waiting for the vampires to come back. That's really what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, and obviously that was hinted at in King in Black. Something's happening with vampires.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, you are a retailer. Yule is.
Yeah.
Your tastes don't always align totally with your customers. Is there a sense of excitement around Avengers that I'm just not seeing, or are you seeing kind of similar thoughts as far as Avengers and these just random storylines they're doing?
Yeah, people that like it are liking it. People that like Avengers like it. But if you're not a fan of a superhero book, so you have all those things. If you don't like everything Jason Aaron does, if you don't like fairly competent rotating artists on comics, if you don't like all of Marvel characters, basically, you shouldn't read this book. But other than that, there's really no reason to. It sounds like all those things sound, oh my God, Jason Aaron's doing an Avengers book where every Marvel character's in it all the time and the stories are big and powerful and explosive. it's not that good. It's
There's
just
no
not that
fallout.
good.
Like these things that he's doing, they should be very big. They shouldn't be impactful. They should be meaningful, and they aren't, because when you're just jumping from these story to story to story, there's no time to breathe and think about what just happened and maybe see how the characters are reacting to all this mayhem that's happening. And it just loses all the impact, is what I've seen. And
I think this might be where this might actually be a prototype of how mainstream comics are going to be in the future. So you know how there's a lot of miniseries going on right now, and almost everything is either mini or maxi series, or unless talking Marvel and DC. Avengers, these are all miniseries basically. You know, this is the Moon Knight Avengers. You know, this is the Phoenix Avengers, and almost nothing. Only the She-Hulk storyline actually is. I guess I'm sort of excited for this one now that we're talking about it, because this is one of the only connecting threads from the very beginning to now. So since we're talking about this She-Hulk story, maybe that is a reason to get excited. I assume she's going to become more like we expect her to be towards the end. Maybe not, but
I think she's going to become
even more
Blitz than Bruce Banner, Immortal Hulk, by the end. That's what's been happening to the character.
Oh, I thought she was going to finally heal herself mentally and physically. What's wrong with her? What's wrong with her the way she is now? Nothing. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong.
But it's crazy. So in this, it's, you know, I guess the Winter Guard are going to basically, there's going to be an APB, you know, go pick up She-Hulk, and the Winter Guard are going to go and try and capture.
What did She-Hulk do to get the Winter Guard on? I can't remember if she had done anything in one of the past. It was so long ago since I've seen them. I think it was like issue 12 or something. I might be wrong. There might have been a one shot.
There was like some Coulson stuff, and it felt like he was moving towards something. I guess that's what Heroes Reborn is. And the Winter Guard, I remember being in there, and there was some like stuff with Namor going on.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, and also Dracula, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
That actually, if you've been reading Avengers since the beginning, for any reason you're like, this Phoenix stuff, you know, this Moon Knight stuff, the Moon Knight and the Phoenix stories really felt like they were filler. If you ever read Preacher, there's the Salvation storyline. That's a big F you to everybody, I feel. And I think so are these last two stories.
I think
but maybe this one will be good.
Aaron on Avengers is a big FU to everybody from CB Cebulski and the management of Marvel Comics. They have to see that he's struggling. He's just rehashing stories that have already been told, but he's doing it in a much less competent fashion, in my opinion.
That might be a decree on high, though, for all we know. You know, like, we really, or he's pitching it and they're buying it. So either way, someone is failing. Yeah. Right? Sorry to cut you off on that.
No, it's fine. It's just it's very frustrating. I want to be excited about comic books. I don't have to be excited about the Avengers line,
right?
But it doesn't need to be a punchline at this point. And that's what it feels like. It's a never-ending, like, set of jokes, like at our expense. People that actually want to pay money for this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jason Aaron has been a successful creator at Marvel. He's got a history of telling stories that people enjoyed. Now, so not everyone enjoyed everything he did, but there was a time when people generally thought his Thor was amongst the best that had ever been created.
Dude, there were people that were bequeathing him the greatest Thor writer of all time. I'm like, you hold your horses. I mean, people were going crazy anointing him the greatest Thor writer ever.
Yeah, so it just feels like he's run out of steam and he needs a break, but they keep giving these bigger and bigger projects. So World War She-Hulk is coming. It's coming, I believe, in Avengers 46 through Avengers 50, which my prediction will be at least $8. But we shall see. Javier Garrón, I'm sorry that you're being saddled with this. You're probably going to be mocked to no end. I will definitely cover it right here on the channel. World War She-Hulk.
This is the one. You're going to love it.
I'll do it. I will review the entire thing.
This should be the Wes and Yule review of Avengers. What do you think?
Yeah, we
Don't
can do
make me do it.
We can do that.
All right,
You're the
talk
one
about
saying that you're excited for it.
Yeah, sure. Well, you got me. You forced my hand. I was negative, but now I'm cautiously optimistic.
Well, I'm glad one of us is, because I have no faith at this point in Jason Aaron executing anything on this Avengers line, and it's just time for him to go. It's like Perk said, bring Bendis back. It's time for an actual direction for the Avengers.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.